Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Zarate. My name is Romanillos, and for today, I will be analyzing Chriselle Simanca's poem entitled Destined to Destroy Me. But before we proceed with the analysis, let us first read the poem, voiced by the writer herself, Chriselle.
Destined to destroy me. You said you loved the rain, but when it pours, you walk away. You said you loved the sunny day, but when it burns, you never stay. You said you loved the skies, but you left whenever it cries. You said you loved the stars at night, but gets upset when there isn't enough light. You said you loved the moonlight, but why did you look for a brighter light? Was it the same when you said you loved me? Or did you just love the thought of having me? Where is your sincerity? Why is there only painful memories? Maybe you were just a lightning destined to destroy me.
Thank you for that heartfelt piece, Chriselle. Now let us proceed with the analysis. Let us first start with the poem's structure. Destined to Destroy Me is a poem of 4 quatrains, each consisting of 4 lines. All in all, the poem has 6 to 11 syllable counts per line, 4 stanzas, and 16 lines. Destined to Destroy Me is an example of a free verse poem because although it has recurring rhyme schemes, it does not follow a consistent metrical pattern or rhyme scheme. It's interesting because the first 3 stanzas all follow the AABB rhyme scheme, which is a total of 6 consecutive rhyming couplets, with the first couplet being a half rhyme. But in the final stanza, the rhyme scheme changes, with only the first, second, and fourth line having a rhyme scheme thanks to the assonance of the vowel E. Sincerity, memories, and me. Now that we're done with the structure, let us look into the other poetic elements. The literary approach or theory that will be used in this analysis is the new criticism theory, meaning that everything that will be analyzed is only what has been written and contained in the poem. We will engage the text with close reading and in-depth analysis of the form and how it gives meaning. The topic highlighted and Destined to Destroy Me is love. However, it is not the good part about being in love, but the opposite. The poem features themes of heartbreak, disappointment, and loss. It is told in the second-person point of view by an unnamed genderless speaker. As we're reading the poem, we can feel that the speaker's tone is melancholic, which evokes a somber and sad mood all throughout the narrative. The speaker doesn't name their addressee, but the context hints that it is an ex-lover. Now that we have discussed the more definite elements, let us now proceed to the line-by-line analysis of the poem. Let us first start with the title. Right away, the title suggests that this poem is not a joyful one. The word destroy automatically implies that this piece is a narrative of something bad and painful. Reading the first 2 stanzas, we can quickly notice the rhythmic pattern of the poem and its creative use of literary devices to indirectly state certain episodes of a falling relationship. Every couplet starts with an anaphora that states a promise and is then followed by a line contradicting that promise. The consecutive dichotomy of what one says and how one acts reinforces the idea that the significant other is dishonest and full of hypocrisy. The first couplet of the third stanza also starts with an anaphora, which continues the pattern, but ever so slightly, the following line doesn't contradict the preceding one by disproving the claim, but gears more towards discontentment rather than dishonesty, and this change signals a new route which the poem takes turn. Following the second line is no longer an anaphora, but a question that sums up all the red flags that the partner has been showing. The speaker again throws a question that feels more like an answer. The third and fourth line is the speaker's deduction of how his or her partner really feels about the relationship. The repetition of the word me shifts the focus from the partner's actions to the speaker's need for affirmation. The first 2 lines of the fourth stanza continues the speaker's questioning. In the first line, the speaker inquires about his or her partner's sincerity. Being able to specifically point out a principle shows the speaker's awareness and willingness to compromise. Following it with the question of emotional accountability shows that the speaker has enough foresight to recollect the pain that the relationship has brought. The final 2 lines opens with a term that hints on uncertainty. but the imagery of a lightning strike is so potent and effective that it gives a compelling conclusion. All throughout the poem, the speaker has only used pleasant and general calming imageries like the sun, moonlight, rain, and sky. Saying that his or her lover is like lightning, the speaker finally identifies the lover as a destructive force in his or her life. I used to say that's really how it is with love. But reading this, I thought, no, that's really how it is when dealing with the wrong people. Love will never be perfect because there will be times when it's hard. But it's important to know that no matter what, love should never bring misery and destruction. And that concludes my analysis. I hope you all enjoyed the discussion. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sagayno, and today I would like to analyze the poem made by Mr. Romanillos entitled "It Is What It Should Be." So first, let us listen to the poem.
It is what it should be. We yearn to be adored like the full moon, yet we show too little and hide too much. We brandish what earns us compliments, forgetting that other parts of us are just as lush. We bask in the summer sun and dread when the clouds form, yet we find comfort in the sound of the waves just as much as we do with the storm. We seek, thinking we know what love looks like, yet we curse the mirror and the reflection it strikes. We think we want people to see our physical design, but it's in emotional ties that causes stars to align. It's always the life unlived that we most desire, and it's short-lived fears that's stopping it to transpire. But I don't want my last words trailed by ellipses, nor my pages full of blank spaces. So I wear my heart on my sleeve and let my mind roam free. 'Cause what good is propriety when the soul is not happy?
Poem "It Is What It Should Be" was authored by Mr. Romanillos. It speaks about how people, although showing a poker face, is usually thinking of mingling with others, wanting to socialize and be recognized not only for their successes but also for the trials and challenges unseen. It shows how one's life got so ironic, as one wants to show happiness, but loneliness embraces deep inside. It reflects how people considered to be a confused creature, wanting to be alone, yet desired to be with others. The feeling of wanting to do more, but didn't give the best shot. It empathizes with how humans are creatures born with vanity, yet in the end just let it all go and return to its roots of origin. This is shown in the last stanza where the author does not want any words to be left unspoken and memories to be forgotten. This poem is structured with a trochaic pentameter. It has an average number of 9 words per line. It has a reflective mood which shows that what people thought is not really what they show outwards. All in all, this poem shows how unstable and changeable the thoughts of someone could be. It is in the end where the mind settles on one mindset and then focuses on that particular thought. It is how people wants to own many, yet still oneself is not happy. Finally, it seems a person lacks contentment and satisfaction, but in the end, there's a realization that just do what makes you happy. And that ends my analysis on the poem "It Is What It Should Be" by Mr. Romanillos, which is a great poem and it's a great find by Mr. Romanillos. So before I leave, I'll just show you a meme and cheerios.